craft fairies. I am celebrating this lovely box, Hello Fall. I cannot tell you if it's still available or not. I don't know the details behind that, but I do know that I got mine when it was available and I'm finally getting around to working on it. So let's go. So it is packed with a lot of stuff. I am not going to show everything in there because I'm not sure if it's still available, and it's just a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and get started with our first project. I'm going to start off with something super simple and easy, and then we will move on to something a little more advanced. So what I have here in the card, you get different size. In the kit you get different size cards. So I have this cream color one. There is some embossed layers in there in different colors. I'm using that one in that rust color, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that to the base of my card to start, or tape. I might just tape it. So yes, this kit has too much stuff. It was offered also on auto ship for different times of the year, different seasons, and I believe that's what I got. I hope that's what I got. So yeah, so just get that on, and yeah, so we have that. So then it comes with some die cuts here that you could just punch out. So if you are a beginner crafter, or if you're not a crafter and you saw this box and you wanted it, you pretty much would just use the only thing I see in here right now that we're going to use that was not provided was like a palette knife or a craft spatula to use the glitter paste. So you can pick that up at the Dollar Tree if you don't have one in the arts and crafts section. So we'll get to that. And let's see, we have a gourd, a pumpkin, a leaf, and a beautiful wheelbarrow here. So let's just go ahead. Oh, and of course you like tape or glue was not provided. So let's go ahead and get this down. And I will be using don't use tape. I'm going to use some tape for this. So just be careful. And I'm just going to get that. Whoa, look at that. So I'm going to get that down here. Isn't the wheelbarrow like this way or that way? I don't know. I'm just going to put it straight. So yeah, it doesn't come with tape or glue, so you will need that. And if you want to adjust sizes or measurements of any of the items, you will definitely need some scissors as well. So I'm just going to kind of pile these up around that wheelbarrow. And Leia, it's okay, baby. So I'm just going to pile that up around the wheelbarrow. And really basic. There are some sentiments here. It comes with 3 sheets. So you get one in black, one in green, and one in... So I'm going to use this green, and they're all printed with like this orange rust color. So I'm going to use the green one that says thankful for you. And these, I don't think they're stickers. So again, you'll need some glue or something to adhere this down. I'm going to use some of my little foam dots, and you could also pick foam dots up at the Dollar Tree in the craft section as well. So I'm just going to put that to give it some dimension, and there you go. You have a basic card. Like, it's real basic. It has some detail with the embossing and then the little butt, just basic. I just wanted to show you something super basic. Okay, so that's the first. I want to work with this tag here. So it comes with a lot of tags, and they're all the same color. So what I want to do is I'm going to pick where I want my tag. I'm just going to flip it over this way on the white side, and you can take either a pen or a pencil or a marker, whatever it is that you want to use, and I am just going to trace around it. And I actually have a pencil here. This pencil came from my friend Kathy Fox, and I never used it, so I'm going to sharpen it and use my pencil. There is my pencil, nice and sharpened, from my friend Kathy Fox. All right, so I'm just going to trace It doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of trace around it. And why are we doing this? This is so that we can layer it onto the card. I find that the easiest. All right, so just like that. And then you take some scissors. Sorry, let's put it back. Let's put it back. And you want to make that little circle there. All right, so then now I'm just going to take my scissors and as much as I can try to cut it as perfect as possible. Don't feel intimidated. It does not have to be perfect. And then this little part right here, I have a craft knife. You could also get one of these. Mine is from Cricut. You could also get one of these from the Dollar Tree. I'm just not good at this kind of stuff when it comes to cutting with this knife and cutting with those scissors, so I'll do my best. Another way around this is to just punch a little hole in it with a hole puncher, but your hole won't be as big as this one, and that's okay. But I'm just going to do it this way. And if you're good at using the scissors, so if you have like a sharp pair of scissors, like I have a little pair of scissors here, you could kind of like poke a hole in it and then use the scissors, the tiny scissors, and then cut around a circle. But this is the way I'm going to do it. And just make sure you have it cut. And be careful with that knife. So then you just take it and just glue it on the top of your tag. So let me get some, actually I'll just use some tape. All right, so I'm just going to just line it up. All right, so that's the best I got it. And if you have some extra space here, like when you trace it, if there's a little bit extra space, then all you have to do is just slice off the extra. So from the stamp set, I'm going to take the stamp that says Hello Autumn, just right here. And I'm going to get my little stamping tool, and it comes with some ink. It is shimmer ink. Right here, it comes with 3 of them. I am going to use the Autumn Night, and I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that and just get it where I want it. There we go. Put that away. So it also comes with a color that says pumpkin and forest green. So those are the 3 colors that it comes with. All right, so then now what we're going to do with this is we are going to take some of these little wood chips here. So in the wood chips we have some maple leaves and we have some pumpkins. So I'm just going to take 3 of those, and we are going to, you can color these. So I have some of my ink here. So like I have this one. You can use any ink that you have. I'm going to use this color. This is mustard seed. It's some oxide. So I'm just going to see if I can get it done with, so see that? So this will take, if you don't have oxide, don't worry. If you have paint, you can use that. You just have to wait for it to dry. And I'm not going to paint the back because you're not going to see the back. You can use, I have here Spectrum Noir. If you are a collector or you have the markers from Spectrum Noir, I'm going to go ahead and color this pumpkin. And like I said, I'm not going to color the back because you're not going to see the back. So I'm just coloring the pumpkin. I've used the dark. I'm going to go to the medium. And then finally I'll use the light color. So like I said, some of the things that I'm incorporating are my own. And then I need a green color for my little leaf here. So I'm just going to use this really quick for this little section right there. See that? So use your inks, use your markers, and use this rusty hinge, just like a brown color, and color that other one. It's like a brown orange color, you know, like the color rust. So goes good with this. And then you can wait for them to dry and then add other layers of the color on if you like. Or I glue those on. I wanted to take the stencil, and I can open it. So I'm going to take the stencil, and I want to use some of the glitter paste. So I'm going to open this up, and yours will be sealed. I opened mine on my haul video to show the color of it. So it's like kind of, to me, like a brown and black mixed with orange. So this is where you need your palette knife or your craft spatula. And like I said, you can get those at the Dollar Tree or any craft store. So I'm just going to take a little bit to start. I don't want a lot. And what you do is just take it and spread it over your stencil. So normally you would tape your stencil down, but because this is such a small tag, I don't want to tape it. So you just get it. You can add as many layers as you like. I don't need a lot of layers because it's nice to have a little sheen of the background of the paper showing. So it's up to you. And then what you can do is hold it in place, lift it up to see if it's to your liking. And to me, that is fine. That's good. So then I'm going to go down here and do one down here of a different leaf shape. So you're getting, it looks like two shapes. Looks like you're getting two leaf shapes. So remember, just if you're not going to tape it, hold it down. So what you want to do, if you can, go get this in some soap water so that it doesn't dry up on your stencil. Let's add our little figures here. So I'm going to put the little pumpkin down on the bottom, and you can use glue for this. I'm going to go ahead and let's see, where's my glue? So you can use glue or hot glue. Tape, I don't know. I would say just use the glue. So I'm just going to put that right there. And then I'm going to put this one right here. And then I'm going to put this one right there. And so then I'm going to go ahead and use some of the, it comes with some gems. So I'm just going to go ahead, and they have adhesive on the back of them. So all you need to do is just take them off. And I'm just going to use my little tweezers. So you just take them off and just place them where you want them. So I'm going to kind of just place them on the side here. So there we go. And you have your cute little tag. And I think I'm going to put a couple right over here. So I hope this is helpful. All right, so then now there's the little tag, and there's some twine in here. So you take out a piece of the twine and just find where it begins right here, and you just tie a little piece. And just be careful because our glitter paste is still wet. It takes a little bit of time to dry. So for your tag, you just bring it together like this, both of them together, or it depends on how you want it. If I were you, I would just bring it together like this. Go ahead and take this, fold it halfway, go through the loop like that, and then you should have this, and then you just push it through the loop and pull it. Don't rip your paper, and you have a cute tag there. Cute. All right, let's move on to the next project. So for the next project, we are going to use, you get in the kit 4 boxes. They come in black and ivory, a lid too. So all you do is just fold at the crease lines like that. So just fold all your crease lines. Sorry. And then I'm going to fold this one. So then now, so I'm just folding. Sorry, it's fast, but you get it. Just fold. Anywhere you see a score line, just fold. So then now what we're going to do is I need to measure this. So this is 4 by 4. Looks like 4 by 4. Or 4 by 4. A little bit. Okay. So I'm going to take this piece of paper, and this is where your other tools and accessories come in of your own stash to cut. So I have a paper cutter here, and I'm going to cut this paper. I'm not going to do exactly a 4 by 4 because I want a little bit of the black to show around the box. So I'm going to do 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, or at least I'm hoping it's 3 3/4. So then save the rest of this paper for something else. So then you just take it and you just put some tape or glue on it, and that's just to decorate this section here. All right, so then now that I got that done, I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna use these spider and webs. In my house we have pet tarantulas, so I do like spiders and webs. I know it's creepy, but I'm just letting you know that's my household. We do have pet tarantulas. That's like 6 years old in human years. Some black glitter here. So I want to glitter this web. So I'm going to open this. So we have several projects to create, so this video is going to be longer than normal. And it's for those who want to learn or who need some inspiration. So thank you for your patience. Alright, so here's my little spider. So I'm just going to grab a piece of, this paper here. I'm just going to use it just to catch the glitter. So I have a little piece of sponge here. You can get the sponge at the Dollar Tree. I did cut it into a smaller piece. And now you just take the glitter, and actually I need more glue because that dries fast. So kind of squeeze a good amount, not too much, but a decent amount because it does dry fast. I use a glue called Art Glitter glue, dries clear glue by Art Glitter, and it dries fast and it dries clear. And so then now all you want to do is just sprinkle the glitter and just try to catch all the edges where you put wet glue. And I didn't get every section, but isn't it pretty? All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and dump this back into the container. Oh, it actually has a little scoopy thing in here. So how do you, that's strange. I mean, not a scoopy, a sprinkler. You see that? You seeing what I'm saying? Let me get that out. Look at that. Oh, okay. Then now I'm going to take my box and I'm going to put it together. So you can use tape or glue. I'm probably going to use some glue. So you're just going to put adhesive on your flaps and then fold it like you would a regular box. See what I'm doing? And just make sure you hold it down so it can dry. So I'm just pressing on that flap. You can use tape, just make sure you use a strong tape. And I'm just holding it down. And then you're going to put glue on all 4 of the flaps and connect your box. All right, so then when that is done, I am going to go ahead and put some glue on my little web. Concentration here. All right, and I'm gonna put that down right here. I'm gonna tap on it. You can tap on the edges that don't have the glitter to get it to stick, or you could just use like a tweezer. Just push it down. And then I'm gonna use a little pop dot on the little spider. So he's so cute. Okay. And there is a in the sticker, in the sentiment section, it says no tricks, just treats. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some pop dots on the back of this to get it to stick. And if you're new to crafting, when you bought this from me, just say you get these, you'll see these in the craft section. They are little teeny squares. I think it's like one big square, and then they're cut into little individual squares like this, and you take them as you need them. So I'm just putting no tricks, just treats. And then I'm going to put the little cute little spider like going towards that web. So then you also do the same to the bottom of your box. Go ahead and glue all four sides together. So then now your box is complete. You go ahead, put your little treats in it. Like I said, we have tarantulas here in our home and for pets, and I know it's creepy, but hey, it is what it is. And I'm going to give this to Honey, and I'm going to add some little treats in here because, like I say, no tricks, just treats. I do like little spiders, so there you just close your box. And there you go. Cute, right? All right, next project. So then now what we're going to do is I'm going to use this card here. I believe that's a 6x6. Is it a 6x6? Yes, a 6x6 with a square card layer. So what I've done is taken a sheet of a different sheet of the cardstock, and I cut it down to a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and I wrote that on the back so you can see it. So I cut it down smaller than a 6x6 so that I could see the black edging of the card base. Okay, so I am just going to put that on with some of my tape. And let's see, let's get that on as best I can. Sometimes it's hard for me to see if it's centered, and that's okay. So then now what we are going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna use the stencil again. Mine is a little wet, so let me dry that off. So this time for the stencil, we are going to I'm going to use the pumpkin right here. And again, I do want to use the glitter paste because if you know me, I'm all about the bling and the sparkle. So you get your little stencil where you want it. Hold it down or tape it down, whatever works for you. And I'm going to put the pumpkin right here. So try not to be like me and let it go under that stencil. Enough. So then I'm just going to lift that, and oops, I got a little bit on my edge. So then again, get this in some soap and water. But before I do that, let me get that little bit off from right there. Pay attention to where your, because I wasn't paying attention and I got the edge a little bit. And as long as you get it out before it dries, you'll never know. All right, now let me get that in soap and water. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead and continue. So in the kit, we'll just push that over, be careful with that. we have some skeletal leaves here, so I'm going to be using this. I'm trying to cover as much stuff as I can in this box. Like I said, even if you don't use it all this year, there's next year, the year after, however long it takes you to complete this box. Hopefully you refer back to this video for some inspiration. So I'm just going to take that one, and it looks like there are 3 different sizes here. So then there's a smaller one here. So I took one of each, and what we are going to do is similar to what we did with the little wood chips, which was to color them. So I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper here, and we're going to color these. So you can go ahead and color these with your inks. I'm gonna, let me move that out the way. So I'm gonna use the same, pretty much about the same color inks I was using earlier, which is the mustard seed. You can use your markers. Remember, anything you have to color, just go ahead and get these colors, and you don't have to do both sides because we're only gonna see one side. And you can even mix colors. So let me try to do this one with the carved pumpkin. And you know, with autumn, the leaves are kind of mixed, you know, when they're changing colors. So create your own colors. Okay, so I'm going to place this, and then I'll decide where I want my leaves. And I'm just putting, you can put it down with glue. I'm just using the pop dots again to give them some dimension, and I'm just going to put that right in the center. So I'm just going to use some glue. These are super skinny, so a little difficult, but put that one right there, and this is the largest one. So I wanted to tell you that when this was on a Today Special Value, you had 2 options, which was the Christmas one or the autumn and Halloween one. And if you saw my haul, I only got this one. Now, the reason I didn't get the other one, and I explained that in my haul video, was because it was a very similar design to a set that I already have, which was from Sarah Signature, called, oh my god, what was it called? I have to look really quick. Well, anyways, I'll leave the haul video, but it's very similar. And so that set that she came out with never made it to air on HSN because it just sold out before they could do it. It was called Winter Sparkle. I had to go look. And so to me, that looked a lot like what I already owned. And I think they kind of did that because a lot of people missed out on that and were upset a little bit. So it's very similar. I did get the mega bundle of that kit when it came out, so I have like everything from the sprays to the glitter paste to all that. So I never got around to using it last year, so I'm going to use it this year. And though it's not the same title and the same name as the other Today Special Value, when you see my video, you'll see the similarity. So I recommend you watch it because it'll still give you some inspiration for what you have with your kit. So I'll be releasing that one soon as well. Okay, so in the kit we used the black gems already, which were more shaped like a jewel, and this is more of a pearl. So I'm just going to use some of these to put on the side, and just using my tweezers to get it off makes it a little easier. And these are just fun little embellishments, we call them, just to add to your card. I think I'll just do 3 over here. I'm gonna go ahead and do one in the green, and look at that, I got some ink left on my brush, so I'm just coloring it, and once that dries it'll be so pretty. So that's that one. So then for the next project, so I'm going to take this, so it just popped out as you can see, so you get black and the cream color just like everything else. So then you need to grab one of your cards, and I'm going to grab this one, and we're going to cut this paper down to fit on the top of this card. So I'm going to cut this paper down to 4 inches. I believe this is by 5 or 6 by 6. Okay, so here's my trimmer. All right, so 4 inches by 6. Turn it around and go over to 6 and trim. All right, save your other paper for something else. So 4 by 6. And then what I want to do is glue that on top of here. Okay. Yep, just like that. That's going to be pretty. All right, so let me go ahead and get this down. I'm just going to use some tape. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. I know it's long. If that's a problem for you, then I'm not sure how I could show you multiple ways and cut it down to a 10-minute video. I could do that, but then you wouldn't see me actually create the project. It would just be a project share. So I wanted to actually take my time and show people, because I know sometimes people are new crafters when they air these things as today's special value. So I know those would appreciate that. All right, so now for this is going to get a little messy. So it comes with this, right? This gilding flakes. So these are messy, just letting you know. So I'm going to grab my scrap paper here. I don't know where my glass mat is. In the crafting world, we use glass mats for stamping, coloring, mixed media, all that. So this is the glue. These are the flakes. And you have to be careful with these. I don't think I opened these. No, I didn't, because they will fly everywhere. Like, seriously, they're waiting to go flying. If you sneeze or breathe on them wrong, they're gonna go everywhere. Okay, so for this, what I want to do, my thing with this is that you need to be able to get this glue spreaded on here to use this, and they didn't provide like a stamp or a tool or something. So what I'm going to do is use I recommend you use then a paintbrush. You can get those from a big pack of those from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to use a paintbrush. Let me get some water. All right, so what you need to do is you need to take some of the glue, and I am actually going to use my little paint palette here. And you could pick up these little paint palettes at the Dollar Tree. This one came from Crafter's Companion. I believe it was a set I got years ago, and I think I might be wrong. So I'm just gonna squirt just a little bit. You don't want to do a lot, so that's enough. So I'm squirting a little bit of glue there. If you have your glass mat, you could have put it on your glass mat. So I'm gonna take a paintbrush, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and get this on. I'm gonna put it over here. So you just get it on that leaf, okay, or wherever you wanna. It seems watery. Okay, so I'm just gonna, maybe I was supposed to shake it up first. I don't know. Well, anyways, you're gonna put it on, paint it on your leaf or whichever leaves you want. I'm just gonna do one to start, and then you have to like, be careful, because I'm already seeing this is sticking to my paper. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. I should have used my glass mat, but I don't know where it is. So yeah, okay, so it's turning translucent, which means it's drying, which is what you want. And then when that happens, you want to take some of this. I'm going to use my tweezers to grab some out, and I'm gonna, so you're supposed to wait for it to like dry. You see where the blue is? That means it's still like wet. So I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit more. Well, actually, you could just go ahead and start putting some on, and then let it dry with that stuff on it. And it sticks to your fingers, like it sticks to everything. Like it'll paint your nails, it'll do all the above. So I'm just gonna get some on into all the places where I saw glue, and I'm gonna kind of tap it down on there just to get it to adhere. And And just give it a few minutes to dry. So yeah, this stuff is like it's something else. So I'm gonna close that. It's such a pretty color. Oh Lord, there I am letting this stick again. So okay, I'm gonna hold it and let it dry. I'm gonna just sit it right there. So close your lid and get this in some water so it doesn't dry. And then the rest of this, if you can save it, I'm just gonna get it back in that pot. It usually sticks to everything, so oh, it's going in. All right, that's the most I can save. Is this gonna come out? No, start sticking, because remember I had glue there. So just keep that lid closed. All right, so then for this part, should be dry now. So now I'm gonna take this as provided with it, just a little sponge, and this is to scrape off the excess of the flakes. So it looks like it's working. It's just that I put a thick layer. I used a lot of gilding flakes. So, but isn't that pretty? You see it? Can you see it? Let me hold it against this. See that? Isn't it pretty? So I have that there. So you could do more leaves if you want. Let me see how it looks with this with just one. I think I like it with just the one. It's really pretty. So that's how you use the flakes, okay? That's how you use it. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it to the one. All right, so to finish off the card, we need to get this glued on. So I'm just gonna use my regular glue. Isn't that pretty? Now imagine if you would have used the cream colored one, you could have actually colored those leaves in it, because remember we got cream and black. You could have used the gilding flakes on some of the leaves and then colored the other ones. So just an idea. And I'm just gonna put just a little glue on the leaves just to kind of make sure they stay down when you take it out the envelope. And just a little on this. It's so pretty. My gosh, that color is everything. Okay, so just be careful. Line this up to the edge of your card. And there we go. How pretty. That is so pretty. Look at my hands. All right, so pretty. So let's just kind of clean up this a little bit. I'm going to use the black one. You guys are probably like, you're over that black one. Well, I love it. So I'm just going to take this one that says Hello Fall. And I'm just going to put that in the center. Now this card is like plain, but it's pretty, right? It's like super pretty because of the sparkle. Sparkle makes everything prettier. Okay, so if you want to add like more leaves or some of your wood pieces, you can do so. I'm just gonna put that there in the center like that. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. And if you want to be extra, you could take like this ribbon here. Comes with some black ribbon, and you could take the ribbon and like, let's see, I'm not gonna do it, but just to give you an idea, you can take the ribbon and just take it and go on the inside of your card, and then you could tie a pretty little, I might do that. Do you want to do that, girl? And then just tie a little bow right here. That's cute, but I like the focus to be on this little leaf, but that's an idea for you. Okay, so that's if you want to use the ribbon. I think I might add some jewels. I am. Why did I have to think about that? I'm gonna add some jewels on this line here because I don't need to say it again. I need my sparkles. Oh my gosh, how pretty. That's so cute. I was just thinking like if you wanted to do like one of these pumpkins down the bottom, I should have did that, but it'll take more time. But it's so cute. Imagine another little pumpkin down there. That would have been super cute. Oh my god, don't force me to do it. Don't force me to do it. A cute pumpkin. I should have did it first because it's kind of gonna overlap, but I can move this up. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna take no more of your time. Okay, so let's move on to the next project. Again, I would like to thank you for sticking by me and learning and getting some inspiration. All right, so there's also some little jewels here, charms here that you can add to your projects as well. They have little holes for you to put on your jewel key rings or string or whatever, however you bracelets, whatever you want to do. All right, so for our last and final project, this one is a little more advanced, I'll say, probably the most advanced out of all of them. If you have paper, you can create this. I'm gonna give you some measurements, and don't get scared, it's gonna be all right. So just a moment. So what I want you to do is, from your stash of items, I want you to take this, and I want you to take this. And I know you're like, oh my god, bats. Yeah, you know, whatever. I remember when I was younger, when the bats would come out when it started getting dark, I remember I thought they were gonna turn like into Dracula or something, so I would run in the house. Now I'm not as scared of them, but yeah. So I didn't say I was a bat fan, but this is so pretty. So let's go ahead, and this is for all my creepy, spooky Halloween fans. With respect to you guys, I'm just going to create a cute little project. All right, so grab this, grab from there. There are some trees in there. There's black and ivory, or cream. I say ivory or cream. Grab your tree, and then you want to grab 2 of these cards or 1 of these cards. If you're only going to use 1 of these cards, then you need some black cardstock. And in the kit, we also have some single layer cardstock, but it's not long enough for what I want to do. So they come in the different sizes, and I believe they're not long enough. So let me line that up. Yeah, no, it's too short. Yeah, it's too short. So grab 2 of the black cards, or at that size, or either grab 1 card and some cardstock, black cardstock. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take 2 of the cards because I like the black pearl color. All right, here it is. So here's another card. So I'm going to first start off, you're going to need a trimmer. So I'm going to start off by cutting this in half. You just right down the center of that line. Okay. And what you need to do, like I said, this is a little more advanced, but it's really easy. If you can just watch what I'm doing, you can create this. So you need to cut your pieces at, we need to do 6 inches. So we need to go to 6 inches, and this is already 6 inches from that card. So now we got the 6 inch, and then we need to do a 1/4 inch. 6 inches by 1/4 inch. Sometimes it's tough to get it right. I'm going to 6 inches by 1/4 inch. Okay, so depending on your trimmer, if you have the exact size, okay, so I want to cut 3 of those. So 6 inches by 1/4 inch. Yeah. All right, and then we also need 1 piece, which is going to be 3.5 inches by 1/4 inch. So we're just going to go over here. So 3.5 inches by 1/4 inch. So you need those pieces, and you're going to be like, why do you need those pieces? Actually, we need 2 of these. So now you need to cut this piece 4 inches by 6 inches. So 4 inches by 6. And turn it around over to 6 inches. All right, save that for something else. All right, so here is the card that is going to, remember we took out the card, you're going to glue this on top of your card. Okay, and then now we need to cut the acetate. So the acetate we need to cut 3.5 inches by 6 inches. I hope it's cutting because this is super thick. Okay, 3.5. Oh, it did cut by 6 inches. She has some of the most sturdiest, Crafter's Companion, the most sturdiest constructible acetate ever, and the prettiest. All right, so we're gonna cut that 3.5 inches by 6 inches. I hope that was correct, that I cut it. All right, so then now what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this to the base of our card, or tape it, whatever works for you. Okie dokie. So then now what we need to do is we need to, I'm going to take this tree and I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to snip off where that border is. You see that? I'm just cutting that off. So just go up, 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 and all these little pieces will snip off. And if you don't get it perfect, don't worry. And you're going to do it on both sides. That little piece there. So you're going to snip it on both sides, okay? And then this piece right here, just snip it. I'm going to trim down some of these pieces because I don't like how these are all like the same length since they're not connected to that piece anymore. So I'm going to trim some of them down to give the tree like more of a natural look. Okay, so then now I'm just going to use glue to get this down. And I'm going to do the glue on this side. All right, so remember your two little tree trunks should be right there. And you want to go ahead, it fits the whole card. So just go ahead and place it down. And just press down on it. And you'll see all those glue spots, but it should dry clear. And I'm going to give that some time to dry. So we're going to move that to the side. So then now what we want to do is we are going to build a window. Now the reason why I did it this way is because if we have some new crafters, they may not have dies or die cutting machines. So I just wanted to show another way of how we can build a window from scratch. Okay, so here I have the two longer pieces. You remember we cut 3 of these. So we kind of do need this card as a guide. So what I want you to do is you can eyeball it, but you want to start your window in from 1/2 inch from each side. So what that means is if you take a ruler and this is 1/2 inch at this, where the card starts, go to 1/2 inch. So this is I had it, oh my god, I eyeballed it right. And then this side over, I need to go over just a little more to 1/2 inch. Okay, so you could do 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. It's up to you, but I think 1/2 inch is better. So then we're going to see how I'm lining it up. Oh, this is too long. Okay, well, let's do 1/4 inch then, so we don't have to cut this down anymore. So let's go 1/4 inch. So you could just eyeball it, doesn't have to be perfect, but these do need to be lined up perfect. And then this one goes in the center. And then, oh my god, we were supposed to cut 3 of these and I only cut 2. And then this one goes at the top. Okay, and then we need another one of these smaller ones for the center here to make the window. Now if you don't want this center part of the window, you don't have to have it. That way you can see more of the tree. That's up to you, but we still need that other small piece to add to the top. So let me cut that right now. Sorry about that. Here we go. So then there's that top piece. Okay, So you see that? So don't glue it. Don't glue it. Don't glue it. I'm just showing you what we're going to do. And then we have, if you want, we got this longer piece. Okay. Don't glue it yet. So that's that. So then now what we're going to do, we want this behind it. Okay. So we want the bats behind the window. So it would look like this. Okay. So it will have the bats behind the window. It'll have the pumpkins. It'll have the tree. Now, the tree is a little difficult to see now that I added the acetate, but it's okay. It's okay. People who love cards will pay attention to the details and they'll notice it. Okay, so you see, so that's what it's going to be. But don't do it yet. We need to put the window together first. So how are we going to put the window together without it using the card? Simple. You're going to take this piece and this piece and you're going to glue them. So we know we can't go no further than that. See what I'm saying? So we know that's the size of the window with these two pieces. So I hope that makes sense. Where's my glue? So let's get some glue and let's get this window built. So just take that and then you see what I'm doing. So just line this up. I love this black pearl paper. So pretty. So make sure you press on that so that it's thick. Sorry that my hands are all inky. So then you're going to take the other one of this side. You're going to glue that one on top of it. Line it up. See? And we're building our window. We don't have to sit it on the card. I needed to sit it on the card to make sure that I told you to cut out the correct measurement of these strips. So if you don't have window dies, if you have a window die, use your window die. But if you don't have window dies, imagine when you need to create a window, you could use this measurement for any season. And Christmas is coming. We like to do a lot of window scenes for Christmas. And then now we need to get this piece on. And I'm just flipping it over because I want the little lines to be on the bottom. So then line that up. And if it's not lining up, that just means you need to stretch your paper a little more. So there we go till you get it lined up. Make sure those are down. And then you decide if you don't want any of the middle pieces, don't use it. You could just do it like that. That's up to you. But I do know for sure I want this piece. So let me see. So just eyeball middle, the middle section. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then just get that on. And push that over. Okay, so then let me just decide, do I want that one? Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to use the middle. You don't have to, but I'm going to use it. So eyeball the middle. So just by laying it down first and see if you got it in the center. So like don't have it way over there, you know what I'm saying, like that. Like just use your eyeballs and kind of get it centered as best as you can, and then just glue one piece at a time. So put some glue there and get that on, and that's kind of lopsided, so just fix it. And I need it over a little more. There we go. Okay, so just add a little more glue. And then add some to the center and to the bottom. And make sure it's on there. Okay, perfect. And we want this to dry before we add the acetate. Cute, look at that. You made a window from scratch. You're welcome. All right, so now we need to add the acetate to the back of our window. So you want to look at that. You could use either side. I just noticed that. Don't ask me why I didn't see it the first time. I just noticed it's silver in the back. I didn't even see that. Holographic. All right, so now you want to get this glued down. If my measurements are correct, yes, should fit perfectly. All right, so then now what you want to do is put glue around all the edges, all the frames of the window, of the whatever is it called, frame, I guess. Okay, and then down the center. Okie dokie. And then you want to carefully lay this on, because once you start moving it around, the glue is gonna show. So how can we do this? Start at the top. I'm holding it angled down to the that way I can line it up to the top. Okay, angle down, and then just lay it. And then don't press it too much, because you don't want the glue to seep out, but you do want to press it so you know that it's sticking, that glue has made contact with the acetate. So then, as slightly as you can, move that over to the side. Now that completes the window. However, I'm full of surprises. We are going to make this a shaker. So how do we do that? If you don't have foam tape, okay, us crafters, we have that new crafters. If you bought this on a today's value, so what it is, foam tape is like the little pop dots we were using, but you can also get them on a roll. And I get mines from the Dollar Tree. I get them at the craft stores. You can get them on Amazon. So mine's is all sticking together right now, but it looks like this, and mine has some other tape stuck to it. So you see that it's on a roll. So see that, but it's still foam, and you can get this at the Dollar Tree. The one that I use has 3 different sizes in it. So what we got to do is we got to get this around our window. Okay, so like I said, even if you got this far and you don't have this, whenever you get a chance to go to the Dollar Tree, go to the Dollar Tree and pick some up. Okay, don't stress it. You don't have to finish the project today. So what we do is we take it. Look at this, it's stuck. This is so distracting. Okay, there it is. Yeah, this stuff is super sticky. I recommend keeping it in like a little plastic bag or something, or a container. So then what you do is you line it up. It's double-sided, just so you know. So you line it up and just follow down your window strips. So just line it up and follow down the window strip. And then when you get to that part, cut it off. Be careful, because this acetate is still wet. So it's better to do this once it completely dries, and I didn't do it. I'm impatient. Not impatient, but I know this video is super long already. I'm just trying to hurry on this last project. So then you start here and you put some down the bottom here, and when you get there, you cut off that piece and you just go all the way around your window. Okay, Michael's or online or any of the craft stores, they have little, like, it's called anti-static little bags, I think it's called, and they come like in these little pouches, and they're full of powder. Like when I go like that, you probably can't see it, but it's full of powder. So we like to do that to our acetate and around the edges of the tape. Now it is going to powder up your acetate, but don't worry, we're going to wipe that off. And if you don't have this, a dryer sheet works. Just don't scratch it, you know, like you just gently wipe it on your acetate. All right, so now I'm gonna flip this over and let you see how foggy and powdery that is. You see that? Let's see how powdery and foggy that is. So I'm just gonna use one of my little brushes and dust it off. You can blow it off. All right, so now we need some shaker pieces. So let's flip our card back over. So now we need some shaker pieces. Now I actually like for the little shaker pieces to move around a little more. So I'm going to do this off camera so you don't have to watch. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel back these one at a time, peel the tape off. And you're going to understand what I mean by this when I show you. So what happens is it gives more room for the pieces, the shaker pieces, which I'm going to show you what those are, to move around. So all I'm doing is just going around the window one more time with that same tape, and it gives more space for the pieces to move around. Okay, so just do that, and you're just going to do the same, just another time around each one. And all All right, so now we are ready to officially add some shaker pieces. So I found in my stash some black sequins. I couldn't believe it. So I have these, and then I pick these up every year from the Dollar Tree. They're more of a harvest Halloween. I mean, I guess if you add black, it'll be Halloween or purple, but they have like the harvest color. And what color should I use? So I know I'm going to use the black ones. I think I'm going to use this color here. So it's like champagne, then like copper, and then like gold, I guess. So I'm going to use these two colors. So how we do that is, you have to be careful at this part because you don't want all these moving around. So I'm just going to dump some black ones in there. Oh, and then also, if you don't want to use the powder on your acetate, you could also do it on your project. Just make sure you wipe it off. Meaning you could take this and tap it on this part instead, but you got to wipe it off because it will leave your paper chalky. So I'm just going to use those. Then I'm going to add some of this color, and I'm not sure if I got the black ones from the Dollar Tree. I don't know. They were already in a container, one of my personal containers, as you saw, so I don't know. Okay, whatever. So I don't know if they were there or not. Look at my hands. All right, so then I'm just testing it, seeing if I want to add any other color. These came from Michael's, so they are like little jewels. Let me just add a few just to see, but I feel like I want to add some of those in there. Okay. All right, so now get all of your pieces for your, so these are called sequins and little beads, but when we put them in a card, like what we're creating, we call them shaker pieces. Okay, so it's just it's a craft term. So just get everything bunched together. It's not going to stay like that. And just make sure they're all in there before we remove the adhesive. Okay, so now let's go ahead and remove this adhesive, and be careful not to bump your little shaker pieces out the way. So yeah, so you can use beads. Dollar Tree has beads. They have the sequins. They have stuff that's called seed beads, which is you know, normally you can make bracelets and stuff with that. So then now that did I peel all 4 pieces? Yes. Okay, now that we have all 4 peeled, let's go ahead and add our window. So I'm carefully slide this more in the camera view and take it before you let it stick. Remember, it has to stick a little bit from the sides. So line it up to the bottom, a little bit from the side. Don't press it all the way. I'm just going to kind of, don't hold it all the way up because then everything will fall, and it looks good. So now I'm just going to go around and press all the pieces down, all that foam tape. Okay. Okay, cute, cute, cute. Actually, you don't even have to put it on the front. You could just like put it on the inside. All right, well, for right now, everything's pressed. That's for the, see that? So when your recipient receives this, they're like, oh my God, there's like stuff moving in this card. Isn't that pretty? And because of all the bats, you can't really see that tree as good. But if somebody's paying attention to that card, they're going to be like, wait a minute, there's a tree in the background. Super pretty. So then when you took that tree out, this piece came out with it, a little bat. Sorry about my hands. They're all painted. They're glued. They look, ugh. You know, that's not me, but unfortunately that's what happened right now. So anyways, I guess I could just put this on the inside. I don't really want to cover it up, take away from the window. See, if I do that, it takes away from the window. You see, you can't tell it's a window. So you could just like put that on the inside or something. I don't want to use that anyways, but anywho, that's it. We are finally done with this hello fall box. Thank you to everyone who watched, who I've inspired. Thank you to those who support me. God bless you. And let's me show you the projects one more time. So I hope that I've inspired you. So we got here that one. And I would like to know in the comments, if you don't mind, tell me which project was your favorite. We have this beautiful tag here, and this is completely dry. I think. Yeah, it's dry. So this is dry. Remember, we had the tag. I tried to use as much stuff in this kit. I think I achieved that, except the other little box. Other than that, I think we used there's some vellum that we didn't use, but you can use it on your own. And we have this Harvest Blessings card, and then we had this one here, the first one we started with. So just I know some people don't like all that extra. They don't like the glitter, they don't want the dimension, they don't want this, they don't want that. I get it. Some people keep it simple, and there's nothing wrong with that. So this is actually really cute, and what enhanced it was that embossing. Thankful for you. So that one was, I think, the first one we did. And then we had this beautiful box. Don't forget the box. Uh-oh, my box is a little bent. So we had the box. Well, let's just go into honey. Like, that's bad. I said that wrong. But I'm gonna put some little treats in it for them. So yeah, so that's the box. And then we had, where's the other one? We had this one where we use this, we use the gilding flakes, so we use the jewels, so we use like all of the, pretty much everything. We use the acetate, we use the glitter paste, we use the did we use the stamps at all? I can't remember. I don't know. I thought I used the stamp for something. Oh, I did, right there. Hello Autumn. Okay, so we use the stamps, we use the little wood pieces, we use the little die cuts, we use the sentiments, we use the jewels and the gems, the spider, the webs, the paper, of course, the boxes, the cards, the tag. We even use the twine. And yeah, so if you can, in the comments, let me know which project is your favorite, one or two or all. Is that it? I hope anything didn't fall. I think that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects I created for you. My favorites are gonna be these two. These two are my favorite. I love this card. It's so like plain, and then this little sparkle just takes it to the next level. And then I love these. I wish we could have had a die set with these leaves. I use it every year. And then I love this paper. So these two are my favorite. I like this, you know me, with the sparkle and the holographic. And I know it's bats, and you guys are like, ew. It's okay. It's just a bat. It's not a demon. So yeah. So I like these two the best. So anyways, again, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I hope to see you again. Don't forget to join me for the winter. Oh God, I keep forgetting the name. I think it's Winter Sparkle. I think. Remember that it's going to help you with your today's special value that you got, which was the Christmas version. Like I said, it's not the exact kit, but you will see once I start using it how similar it is. Okay, so sorry about my hands, but okay, bye, see you soon.